The recording flickered to life in the hegemony's great assembly hall. 10,000 representatives from across the empire leaned forward as the lone survivor of the Earth conquest fleet appeared on screen. Captain ZYX Nil's scales had lost their purple sheen, turned gray with terror. His primary eyes wouldn't focus, and his secondary arms trembled uncontrollably. "Report, Captain," demanded High Admiral Thront. "Where is my armada? 500 ships, 50,000 warriors. Where are they?" "Gone," ZYX Nil whispered. "All gone. Earth is not what we thought." The assembly murmured. The tactical analysis had been clear. Earth was a primitive world, barely space-capable, divided into hundreds of competing factions. An easy conquest to secure the sector's resources. "Begin from the arrival," Thront ordered. ZYX Nil's voice steadied slightly. "We emerged from hyperspace at the edge of their system. Standard formation. Their detection systems found us immediately. Primitive radio waves, we thought. They sent a message. Surrender demands? No. They asked if we were here in peace. When we declared our intent to conquer, they seemed disappointed. One of them said, 'Well, guess we're doing this the hard way.' Then they asked for 3 hours to evacuate civilians. And you granted this?" Thront's voice dripped acid. "We laughed. Told them they had 1 hour before orbital bombardment began." ZYX Nil paused. His breathing labored. 45 minutes later, their moon exploded. Silence filled the hall. "Excuse me," Thront managed. "Not completely exploded. Just a chunk of it. They'd apparently been mining it for something called helium-3. The explosion was precisely calculated to create a debris field in our fleet's path. We lost 17 ships to impacts before we could adjust course. That's when we learned Earth's first lesson. Humans weaponize everything, including their own celestial bodies. Surely the fleet responded? We began orbital bombardment, targeted their major cities. ZYX Nil shuddered. The weapons hit something called skyscrapers. They were empty. The humans had moved underground in those 45 minutes. All of them, billions of beings, just gone into the earth. Then what? The assembly was wrapped. The oceans attacked us. The oceans. Submarines. Thousands of them. Ancient things running on nuclear reactors that should have killed their crews from radiation. They launched missiles that weren't in any database, chemical propulsion, primitive guidance systems. Our computers couldn't even recognize them as threats until they hit. 30 more ships down. You still had over 400 vessels. The land invasion began then. We sent a continent, where everything evolved to kill everything else. The humans chose to live there. For fun. Our elite troops landed and were destroyed by the wildlife. The wildlife, something called a cassowary, killed 3 squads. It's a bird that can't even fly. Surely the other landing zones. Russia. They landed in Russia. In winter, the humans there didn't even use weapons. They just waited for something called General Winter to handle it. Our troops froze solid in minutes. The Russians then used the frozen bodies as decorative statues. High Admiral Thront stood. "Are you telling me that Earth's environment killed our forces?" "No, sir. That was just the beginning. Then came the actual humans." ZYX Nil pulled up footage. This is from Drop Squad 7's helmet cam in a place called Texas. The video showed a single human in primitive fabric clothing, wearing a wide-brimmed hat, facing down an entire mechanized division. Is he holding a projectile weapon from their Second World War? A Colt .45, they called it. He destroyed our entire division with it. That's impossible. He shot the fuel cells in precise patterns to cause cascading explosions. When asked how, he said, "Son, I've been shooting cans off fence posts since I was 5. We still don't know what that means." What about space superiority? Surely, they have a space station. One. Old. Held together with what they call duct tape and hope. It rammed our flagship. Rammed it. At relativistic speed. The station survived. Our flagship didn't. The assembly sat in stunned silence. But the worst part, HFY continued, was when they stopped fighting seriously and started having fun. They began boarding our ships to play something called Capture the Flag. They turned war into a game, kept score, posted it on something called the Internet with commentary. How did you escape? They let me go. Said someone needed to warn the galaxy. HFY looked directly at the camera. They gave me a message for you, High Admiral. What message? Earth is under new management. The Dolphins have agreed to let humans handle foreign policy. Don't make us come out there. The recording ended. The assembly remained silent until a junior representative asked, "The Dolphins?" High Admiral Thront slowly sat down. "Mark Earth as a Class 20 death world. No contact. Ever."